back, YouTube. We're here on Monday the 1st, July 2030, and Kyle Fletcher looks, of course, to be Male Wrestler of the Year so far. We're only halfway through. Stardom is actually key Company of the Year so far. Not bad. Black Desire has been Female Tag Team of the Year so far. The Young Bucks are Male Tag Team of the Year so far. Match of the Year belonged to Dax Harwood versus Marshall Von Erich. Show of the Year was, so far was Sunshine Torn That One. Cody Rhodes is looking towards Male Veteran Wrestler of the Year. So we've got a couple things. But the biggest thing that we're going over today is Dax Harwood's injury. Now, I did give him a surgery which took down some of the time, but he can only work angles. Meaning, therefore, he cannot defend his title. Well, we can't have 217 days of no title defenses. Or else you'd be Logan Paul. So, let's go into it. And we're gonna do a promo where they vacate it. Because, I'll be honest, it's to give FTR a little bit of a longer reign. Because I know they won't be able to hold the title for a while. So, yeah. Okay, we start to show off with CM Punk defeating Shelton Benjamin in 1 minute and 49 seconds with a go to sleep. And let's see. Up next is Ace Austin saying that it was great defeating the Von Erichs. Because we taught them that Ace Austin and AJ Styles are still the faces of TNA. And whether they like it or not, there's nowhere for them to go. Drew Galloway cuts a promo and says that he wants to face AJ Styles for the world title once again. Bret Hart defeated Anthony Bennett, where he makes defense number 1 of the TNA Grand Title. And then The Rock cuts a promo saying that he is the International Heavyweight Champion and that he wants to face whoever he wants, whenever he wants. Heck, he may not even defend it but once a year. And then, here it is. FTR comes out to the ring. And Cash Wheeler takes the mic. He's visibly emotional. He says, "Thank you guys, seriously. Thank you. Nights like these, they remind us why we do this. Why we bust our asses every single night, putting everything we have to into this business. But tonight's one of the hardest nights of our careers." Dax Harwood leans into the mic, his voice heavy with emotion. "When we came to TNA, we made a promise to you, the fans. We said that we were here to restore tag team wrestling, to show the world what it means to fight with honor, with grit, and with heart. And I feel like we did that. We became the TNA World Tag Team Champions, not just for us, but for you. But sometimes your body tells you when it's time to stop until..." Cash Wheeler nods, looking at Dax. Dax has been fighting through pain for a week now. He's been wrestling with a torn rotator cuff. A torn rotator cuff, people. Most guys would have packed it up and left the second they felt something wrong. But not this man. This man, my brother, my partner, he pushed through it for you, for this company, for these titles. The crowd starts chanting, "Thank you, Dax." Dax Harwood, with his voice breaking slightly. "This isn't how I wanted this to go. This isn't how I wanted this reign to end, but I can't hold these titles hostage. I can't let them sit on our shoulders when I know there are tag teams back there who are hungry, who are ready to carry the torch we lit here in TNA. It kills me to say this, but FTR is vacating the TNA World Tag Team Championships. This isn't goodbye. This isn't the end of FTR. Dax is going to Hill, and when he does, we're coming back for what's ours. Whoever steps up and takes those titles, understand this. You're just keeping them warm because the top guys are forever, is what Cash Wheeler says. Dax Harwood looks directly at the camera addressing the locker room. To the teams back there, we want you to fight for these belts like your lives depend on. Make these championships mean something. Make the world remember what tag team wrestling is. But know this, when I'm back, when we're back, there's not a thing anyone can do to stop us because we are FTR. They set the titles down on the announcing table. He looks at the belts one last time before they embrace. They hold up the top guy's hand signal to the crowd as their music hits. The audience gives them a standing ovation as they walk up the ramp, leaving the belts behind in the ring. Then we see Seth Rollins defeat Bryan Danielson with a curb stomp. And coming up on Impact, we will be asking Randy Orton what is with his actions lately. Why has he been acting so sadistic, so evil, so senile towards everyone? Okay, we start the show off with Seth Rollins versus Kofi Kingston, where Seth Rollins makes defense number 4 of the TNA X Division title. And then backstage we see a interview with Seth Rollins, and he says, "This is my title. A couple years ago I had to vacate this title, and I've watched as people have grabbed this title and held it like it's a piece of garbage. This is my title. And I'm coming for the World Heavyweight Championship next." Austin Theory cuts a promo saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, Seth. I'm going for the World Championship first." And so MJF cuts a promo and says, "If anyone should go for the World Heavyweight Championship, it should be me." Then we see The Miz versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn defeated The Miz with a brainbuster. And then AJ Styles defeated Jay White with a Styles Clash for a 69. And he's cutting a promo in the ring until we hear Drew Galloway's music. And he says, "Cut the music. AJ, I've heard enough. Week after week, you stand out here with that championship on your shoulder calling yourself the phenomenal one. Acting like no one in this company can touch you. And you know what? I respect everything you've done, AJ. You're one of the best this business has ever seen. But don't get it twisted. I didn't come here to admire you. I came here to take what you have." And so the crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and anticipation. AJ raises an eyebrow, smirking. When Drew Galloway says again, "For too long I've watched guys like you stand at the top of the mountain, holding that title like it's your birthright. But here's the thing, AJ. I wasn't given anything in this business. I had to fight for every inch, every opportunity, every moment. And now it's my time. I'm calling my shot. I want you one-on-one for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship." Then AJ Styles says, "Drew, I hear you and I get it. You were big and you're tough and you've been tearing through everyone in your way. But here's the thing. You're stepping into my world now. That TNA World Championship, It's not just a title, it's a symbol of excellence. Something you have to earn, and no disrespect, but I don't think you're ready to hang with me in this ring. Drew Galloway then responds, "Not ready. You don't think I've earned it? AJ, let me remind you of something. I've faced the best. I've bled for this business. I've sacrificed everything to get to this moment. I'm not some rookie looking to make a name for myself. I'm a warrior, and when I look at you, all I see is a man clinging to his legacy, terrified of what happens when someone bigger, stronger, and hungrier steps into his path. You want to talk about earning it? Fine. Give me the match, AJ. Let's see if the great phenomenal one can back up his words, or are you just going to hide behind excuses hoping no one realizes the fire in you is starting to burn out?" AJ Styles says, "You want a shot? You've got it, but let me make one thing clear. I'm not just a man with a title. I'm the face of this company, the greatest to ever step foot in this ring. And if you think you're walking out with my championship, you're in for the fight of your life." Drew Galloway responds with, "That's all I needed to hear, AJ. Enjoy your time with the belt while it lasts, because when the dust settles, there won't be no debate, no questions, no excuses. You'll be looking at the new TNA World Champion, Drew Galloway." 80. Wow. Oh! Drew Galloway has offered to put over Bret Hart in 2 matches. Okay, in the first match on Impact, we see Dolph Ziggler versus Edge. Dolph Ziggler defeated Edge for 72, not bad. And then Andrade cuts a promo saying that he should face Gunther. Ace Austin cut a promo saying, "Marshall Von Erich, Ross Von Erich, you two were like family to me. You two I trusted more than most people. You betrayed me. You stabbed me in the back and called me the user." Let's put that in a different aspect, Marshall. I got you your title reign. That you what? Screwed up 3 weeks later. And then I forgave you and let you back in. And then Ross. Let's talk about Ross for a second, Marshall. You and him had a feud the second he got into TNA on how you betrayed him. So we know that you betrayed your brother and didn't get him signed to TNA. So don't call me the user, Marshall. Look in the mirror. Kevin Steen cuts a promo in which he says, "I'm deeply sorry on what happened to FTR, and I hope that Dax Harwood gets a lot better." AJ Styles cuts a promo saying, "In a few weeks, I'll have my last pay-per-view event. I want a match to determine who my last pay-per-view event is against." Tatum Paxley overcame all the odds and defeated Tony Storm by pinfall for a 78. And then Austin Theory said, whoa, Andrade. I should face Walter for the World Heavyweight Championship. Not you, me. Why? I'm the most underrated person on this roster. I've been hated since day one, and there ain't nobody gonna stop me now. Charlie Regal defeated Chad Gable by submission. Jeff Jarrett said, "Dax Harwood, I would love for you to come out to the ring right now." And so Dax Harwood does come out to the ring. And Jeff Jarrett says, "Dax, I want you to personally pick who you want in the tournament to face for the tag team titles. He says, okay. He says, I want the first match to be the Rabbit Dynasty versus the New Day. The second match, DIY versus Flawless and Lawless. The third match, Mysterio and Pentagon versus... versus the main event players. Then I want the Von Erichs versus the Thrillers. And that concludes it to go on to the first match, which is the Rabbit Dynasty versus the New Day. And when it looked like the New Day was about to win the match, David Benoit got Kofi Kingston in the crippler crossface. He made Kofi submit with his dad's finisher. And then Bret Hart defeated Drew Galloway by submission with a sharpshooter. Ooh, whoops. He might be out for a bit. That's terrible right there. Oh, 15 days and he can be worked through. Okay, Andrade had a catchphrase. Of course, Drew Galloway got injured. But it's only a small injury. Nothing major. Ooh, man, it looks like everyone's leaving WWE right now. Okay, 24 days. I'm gonna try and sign Cody Rhodes. And I'm gonna try signing Rhea Ripley. Maybe Odyssey Jones. Well, we'll go to the next Impact, but we've got to go slower on it because we've got hang on. We've still got 4 matches to do after he's on the 3. So let's get to it. Okay, we see Ricochet cut a promo for an 84. And then Bryan Danielson and David Benoit comes out and they say just a couple weeks and then we're back to TNA World Tag Team Champions. But up next we see Jamie Hayter. Her music hits and she comes out and the crowd's booing her. And she comes out with the rest of the hate group. And Jamie Hayter says, Impact Zone, shut your mouths, listen up because the hate group has arrived to take over. See, when Jamie Hayter speaks, the wrestling world listens. When Camille steps into the ring, bodies drop, and when Ruby Soho gets her hands dirty, chaos reigns. We're not here to play nice, we're here to dominate. Then the crowd is, booing them. Jamie Hayter then says, but let's get to the point, shall we? Liv Morgan, the so-called TNA Knockouts World Champion. Oh, you've had a nice little run, haven't you? You come out here with your fake smiles, your plucky underdog story, and that shiny belt on your shoulder. But here's the problem, Liv. You're holding something that doesn't belong to you. That championship deserves to be with someone who defines dominance. Someone who is not just a star, but the entire constellation. And that someone is me. But I'm not alone, am I? Camille, the brick house, the unstoppable force, the woman who can crush anyone in her path without breaking a sweat, and Ruby Soho, the wild card, the chaos bringer, the one who makes sure the rules never applies. Together, we're not just a faction, but we're a reckoning. Camille grabs the microphone from Jamie Hayter and says, Liv, if you're smart, you'll hand over that title right now and save yourself the embarrassment. You're standing in the way of something. You're standing in the way of something bigger than you. Us. And let me make it clear. If Jamie doesn't take that title from you, I will. Then Camille hands the mic to Ruby Soho. Or maybe I'll take it. You see, Liv, you're not just facing Jamie Hayter. You're facing an army. You're facing 3 women who are tired of waiting, tired of seeing that title around the waist of someone who doesn't have the guts to keep it. So, Liv, do yourself a favor. Pack up your little championship reign and get out of our way, or else we'll tear it from your lifeless hands. Then Jamie Hayter gets the microphone again, and she says, So, Liv, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna step up and prove you've got the guts to face me? Or are you gonna let the pressure break you? Either way, your fairy tale ends the moment you step into the ring with me. We want that title shot, and trust me, you don't want to say no, because if you do, the hate group will make you regret it. Then we see The Miz cut a promo, and The Miz, he comes out and he says, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most must-see superstar in TNA history. That's right. The Miz has officially graded the second-rate stage with first-rate talent, class, and charisma. But let's get down to business. Let's see. Let me think of something here. Sami Zayn, the scrappy little workhorse, the guy who fights the good fight. You people cheer him because he's just like you, desperate, unremarkable, and trying way too hard to prove something to the world. But here's the thing, Sami, this isn't your storybook comeback tour. This is my show, and you're nothing but a stepping stone for the brightest star in professional wrestling. You see, Sami, why you've been out here pondering to these people, soaking in their cheap applause. I've been building an empire. I've headlined WrestleMania. I've held championships that actually matter. I've walked red carpets. I've starred in movies, and let's not forget, I married Maurice. So forget me if I'm not impressed by your little comeback. But the fact is, Sami, while you're busy fighting for respect, I've already earned it. And now you want to step into the ring with me? Sami, let me save you from the trouble. You can't out-wrestle me, you can't out-talk me, and you sure as hell can't outshine me. I'm better than you in every way, and deep down you know it. That's why you're always out here with your never give up nonsense. Because you're trying to convince you that you belong on my level, but you don't. Tatum Paxley did another unthinkable act this month, and that was defeating Charlotte Flair to make defense number 2 of the IWGP Women's title. And then Mysterio and Pentagon versus the main event players. Mysterio and Pentagon defeated the main event players. This was a part of the TNA World Tag Team Tournament and was a part of the tag storyline. Okay, Michael Cole and Randy Orton. Randy Orton comes out and Michael Cole says, Randy, first of all, thank you for joining me tonight, but I'll cut straight to the point. over the last few weeks, you've left the TNA locker room in chaos. You've attacked Christian Cage, Edge, and even Samoa Joe. All of them have been victims of your brutal, calculated attacks. You've punted heads, delivered devastating RKOs, and quite frankly, you've shown no remorse. Everyone in the back and everyone watching at home wants to know why. Why are you doing this? Randy Orton grabs the microphone from Michael Cole and says, "Why, Michael? That's the question on everyone's mind, isn't it? Why am I targeting men like Christian Cage? Why am I sending Edge to the hospital? Why am I tearing through this locker room like it's on my own personal playground? You want the answer? It's simple. Because I can. For years I've been called the apex predator, the viper, the most dangerous man in professional wrestling. But somewhere along the way, people forget what they really mean. What that really means. They started treating me like I was just another name on the roster, another guy past his prime. So I decided to remind everyone, Christian, Edge, Samoa Joe, and whoever else wants to step up of exactly who I am and what I'm capable of. You see, Michael, this isn't about hatred. It's not personal. It's about survival. Christian Cage and Edge, they were holding on to their glory days, thinking they could still stand on my spotlight. I ended that fantasy. Samoa Joe thought he could intimidate me, thought he was the biggest threat in this company. I reminded him and everyone else that I don't just end matches, I end careers. Then Michael Cole asks, "But Randy, don't you think you're taking this too far? These are men you've shared the locker rooms with for years. Edge especially, he's been like family to you. Doesn't any of that mean anything?" In which Randy Orton responds with, "Family? Edge was never family. He was a leech riding my coattails while convincing the world we were equals. But we were never equals. Edge needed me more than I ever needed him, and Christian, he's just collateral damage. A man too stupid to realize he should have stayed far, far away from me. This isn't about friendship. This is about dominance. This is about reclaiming my place at the top of the food chain." And as for your question, if I've taken this too far, let me tell you something. There's no such thing as too far in my world. When you step into this ring, you sign up for whatever I decide to do. And if that TNA locker room has a problem with it, they're welcome to step up and try to stop me. But here's the truth, Michael. No one can stop me. Not Christian, not Edge, not Samoa Joe, not anyone. Then Michael Cole says, "So what's next, Randy? Who's your next target?" Randy Orton starts laughing, cold and calculating. He says, "My next target, you'll find out soon enough. But let me leave the locker room with a message. Sleep with one eye open because the apex predator is wide awake and hungrier than ever." And 86 is pretty good. Another match in the TNA tag storyline is DIY versus Flawless and Lawless, in which DIY win. And then here's a great match to really get the show going again, and it was Roman Reigns defeating Adam Page with a spear for 78. And then we get cut backstage to see Christian Cage get attacked by Randy Orton. And just when we thought that Randy Orton had left, he punt kicks Christian. Then Randy Orton defeated Ace Austin after he punt kicked him in the head for 75. And then the main event was Bret Hart defeating John Cena by submission with a sharpshooter. Okay. Montez Ford challenges Bret Hart Jr. for the grand title. Bret Hart Jr. comes out and says that he's on. AJ Styles makes defense number 3 of the TNA World title for an 81. That's not bad. They have pretty good chemistry. I may have to use that later. Randy Orton defeated Marshall Von Erich when he low blowed him. So Christian was at ringside, and Edge was coming out afterwards, and Randy Orton attacks him, RKO's him, and then he punt kicks the heck out of Edge. Then the main event was Ace Austin defeating Jimmy Uso with the fold for a 76. Not bad. Okay, and Walter cuts a promo and says that all of them can face him at the multiverse thing. Ace Austin arrives to the arena, and then we see Ricky Knight Jr. defeat Pac with a Yukaza kick, and it looks like he might be on a roll until we hear Randy Orton's theme, and out of nowhere, punt kick to Ricky Knight Jr. Then we see MJF cut a promo saying that Walter will be sorry for putting all of them in the match together. AJ Styles defeated Bryan Danielson with a phenomenal forearm. And then the main event got an 86, in which, Ace Austin defeated Kevin Steen with an Aces High. 90. Not bad. Too bad we can't have a couple of these. AEW released Jake Roberts. They released the Rebel, Taya Valkyrie. Oh, we're going to get her. Maybe not. Unless we can. Yeah, so I can't get. So I can't get her. Wonder if I can talk her out of it. Nope. Neither one of them wants to. Wonder what the heck is up. They have to be having bad money problems. Something. Let's see. Oh, they're paying $5 million a month to workers. That's just the workers. Ooh. They're in the red. That's not looking good. That's not looking good. I think they're about to 2 or 3 months to go. Let's see. I'm already going to do this. I think I'm going to use the AEW World title. I think I'm going to do like a third. You know what? I may keep AEW as a child company. Keep the international title, the TBS, the TNT, the Women's World, and the World Tag Team, and then the rest of it can leave. Heck. But I do have to say, Tatum Paxley is on a roll right now. She is on 67 pop, but I just want everyone to see. She's had 11 wins and 1 loss this year. She's defeated Charlotte Flair, Toni Storm, Arya Black, Ruby Soho Soraka, and Lacey Ryan. And most of this was all tag team as well. Who is her tag team partner again? I bet Heather Hesketh is on a roll too. Not as good as her partner. There's a couple wrestlers who might win the Rumble. This TNAiMPACT Slam may become a 2-time Rumble because she's on a roll. I'll tell you somebody else who's on a roll. Galloway. Let's just go to TNA. 10 wins, 9 losses. Okay, so he's not as good as the role as we thought. Oh, he's still. What about Ace Austin? How many matches has he even been in? $59 wins and 8 losses. His 8 losses is Andrade, Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, the Von Erichs, Andrade, Charlie Regal, Chad Gable, Randy Orton. I think that's all. And Randy Orton, he's another one that's been on a roll this year. He's hit 50, and I'll be honest, I'm a huge Randy Orton fan. So, having him here is like greatness. 20 wins, 9 losses. And you know what? Randy Orton has shown that he can keep up even at this age. Because look at all his skills. He's still good in brawling, hardcore, psychology, respect, reputation, charisma, microphone, acting, star quality. He's not as menacing as he was in 2009, though. Basic selling, consistency. But that's what we're trying to go for, is a 2009 type run. And I'm gonna lie, I've been studying Randy Orton from 2009 to perfect the run. So, let's count it down. 6-time TNA. Well, he's been a world champion 6 times in TNA history. 14 times. Oh, wait. Technically speaking. Oh, he's actually 16 time there, and he's 6 time at TNA. So let's see, he has 22 time world champion. 1 time United States champion. 1 time Intercontinental. 1 time Money in the Bank. 2 time Raw Tag Team. 1 time SmackDown Tag Team. 1 time World Tag Team with Edge. 2 time Royal Rumble winner. And 1 time TNA Rumble winner. I'll be honest, I really thought Chad Gable was going to take Walter out, because he even has very hot momentum to, really get everything going. 81. Let's go to Impact. Okay, we see Chad Gable defeat Shelton Benjamin for a 69. Edge and The Miz cut promos, and Edge is won to face Randy Orton one more time, and The Miz is facing Sami Zayn, he believes. Ace Austin cuts a promo in which he says that Marshall Von Erich will face him at the upcoming TNA and New Japan Pro Wrestling Multiverse in a steel cage match. Chad Gable cut a promo saying that he wants to face The Rock at the TNA and New Japan Pro Wrestling Multiverse event. Jamie Hayter versus Charlotte Flair versus Toni Storm versus Mercedes Money. Jamie Storm pinned Charlotte Flair with a curb stomp when Camille attacked Mercedes Money and Charlotte Flair. Then Ruby Soho attacked Toni Storm and Mercedes Money. Then we see Randy Orton cut a promo saying, Christian, face me if you're a man at TNA New Japan Pro Wrestling Multiverse. No holds barred. CM Punk cut a promo saying he should be in the match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Marshall and Ross Von Erich cut promos about them wanting to face the Thrillers. MJF cut a promo for a 76. And then the Von Erichs defeated the Thrillers for a 66. And then Ace Austin defeated Bobby Lashley for an 82, which is not bad. And then the main event was Roman Reigns defeated Adam Page with a spear for a 79. Not bad. 89, the show increased our popularity in 57 regions. Not bad. Okay, Kevin Steen hops up his title match tonight. Jamie Hayter cuts a promo backstage as well, and she says, "Can you smell it in the air?" And she smells the air and she says, "Smells like Liv Morgan's last day as champion." Then Ricochet cuts a promo about the new TNA video game. We see Bret Hart defeat Jay White by submission with the sharpshooter. This isn't his only match tonight, though, in which Bret Hart makes defense number 5 of the TNA Grand Title. Seth Rollins cuts a promo saying he wants to defend his title tonight. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Aaron Stevens and Bobby Orlando. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn makes defense number 4 of the TNA International Tag Team titles. Kenzie Page makes defense number 4 of the TNA Knockout Television title. Walter makes defense number 6 of the TNA World Heavyweight title. MJF was about to win and Edge had speared MJF, and that's when Walter got back up and did his finisher. Jamie Hayter defeated Liv Morgan. Jamie Hayter wins the TNA Knockouts World title for 78. DIY versus the Rabbit Dynasty. The Rabbit Dynasty defeated DIY, and this is to go up in the TNA World Tag Team Tournament. Chad Gable wins the TNA International Heavyweight title tonight for 75. The Von Erichs win and go up in the tournament. Seth Rollins defeated Kenny Omega with a curb stomp to make defense number 5 of the TNA X Division title. CM Punk defeated A-Kid with an Endocon device. Ace Austin versus Marshall Von Erich. Marshall Von Erich actually defeated Ace Austin here with the moonsault. Then we seen the Rabbit Dynasty defeat the Von Erichs for 74. With the main event being Drew Galloway defeating AJ Styles with the Claymore kick to win the TNA World title again. 73. That last match it really outdone it. If I had put this one for last, I think it would have been a lot better. Okay, injury review. Ross Von Erich has a bruised eye socket. We made $3 million. We went down in some areas. The Miz didn't. Oh, yeah, I forgot to book him. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well, they're both happy. Okay, of course, I'm gonna stop here today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, your family. The most important, share with your dog.